Shalom, brothers and sisters. We want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. This is a channel update. We have some backup channels and a new channel created. Church of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi Ba is a new channel that we'll be uploading regular content to. We also have the Spiritual Art of War, which is our backup page. We have Church of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi is lit. There will be links in the description box, so that way you can link, subscribe, and remember to hit the notification bell, because as you know, there's a suppression of the truth, and many brothers and sisters are not able to get alerts of the content because there's a shadow ban on many of the pages throughout YouTube. And any additional pages or content that will be created in any other websites, we will update accordingly if time permits. Shalom.
Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so. Amen. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord, which is, and which was, and which is to come, the Almighty.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. We want to give all glory and praise to our Heavenly Father Yahweh, in the name of our Lord and Savior Yahawashi. Grace and mercy be abound to the hopeful elect that are throughout the four corners of the earth, that have believed in the gospel, that are waiting on the end of the kingdom of Edom to fall. Also known in the scriptures as Babylon the Great, also known as today in modern times as the United States of America and their allies NATO. So we're going to go into a few things. As we know, a lot of stuff has been going on. We're talking about really just how the great awakening of Israel is not to be stopped. And, we're going to go into like a few things just concerning, some of the videos that Vocab Malone has put out, which is just a failed attempt to show you that there really is nowhere to go with this. And really, when you go into the true gospel and the way it's really understood, there's no way around it. And we were just talking about how when we were in Virginia, we ran into a couple of Christians that were actually preaching. They had the little bullhorn and they had their Bibles, and they literally were confounded, all the way confounded, because there's really when you have the true understanding of the gospel, there's no way around it. Like, there's no way around it, where a lot of times with a lot of these other groups, unfortunately, their doctrine has holes in it. So a lot of times this emboldens a lot of the people on the other side to come and attack it, all the holes that are in the doctrine. But when you actually have a good understanding of of the scriptures and what the will of the Lord is, you're not going to be confounded by anybody. Right. So we're going to go into what do you got there?
Got Psalms 85.
Yeah, the brother got this precept. What's up?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 85 and verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven.
Yeah, so truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. So the earth, the Most High, was going to have the truth. See, a lot of people waiting for the Most High. They want to hear from the Most High about what the truth of the scriptures is and what the will of the Lord is. But the Most High said in the scriptures, the truth shall come from the earth. That's right. And he's going to give it to certain men, and the men are going to basically declare what the truth is.
That's right, man.
Okay? Because if y'all got to wait to hear from him, by that time Judgment Day then came, and it's too late. So it's better than you hear from mortal man that cannot destroy neither body nor soul, and hearken now before the judgment comes.
That's always how the Most High delivered his word, man. It's through men.
That's right.
That's here on earth. Most of the time, I'm gonna say most of the time, because there have been in the past where, like in the scriptures, where angels have spoken to other, prophets and passed the Most High's word on through them. But like ordinary men was also these prophets. You know what I'm saying? And just like how we are here today, and some of the other brothers that's all around the world that's preaching this truth, the Most High used them as a vessel to spread the truth to amongst the people.
Whether you will hear or forbear.
That's right.
Done.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And that's where we at now, man. The truth has been declared in the earth, which it was already known by elites of this society, and it already was known by the brothers and the sisters that know who their true heritage is and who their God is. But the truth is starting to become broad and spread it out amongst all those who don't know. You know, whether, like the brother said, whether they hear it or whether they forbear it, the truth is getting out there. And we know once that gospel gets preached and gets out there to all the nations, then we know the end is right behind it.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, you people see what this whole situation with Kanye West and Kyrie, who are known globally, you know, especially by young men around the world, and from Kanye's perspective, young men and women, because Kyrie is going to be known by all people that follow sports. If you go to other countries, they know about these top level basketball players. You know what I'm saying? You go to these other countries, they know about Kyrie Irving. They know, oh, that's LeBron's teammate.
Yeah.
Because they was watching the NBA Finals over there in Asia and Africa and Latin America and all that stuff. So they know about these guys. So when they're hearing this controversy about what's going on, they're going to start looking into it. And then what happens is going to lead to more people putting their eyes on what's going on in these scriptures and who the real children of Israel are and what they're saying concerning themselves. Which that was written to be prophesied that these lands were scattered, that we were going to declare among the people why we're in the position that we're in. It's in Baruch, that's in that's in Deuteronomy, you know. So it was actually prophesied thousands of years ago that these things that are happening now. And like the brother said, the truth shall spring from the earth, and it should be declared. All the deceit should be gone. See, the deceit is the deceit that this man does. Oh, that's in Revelation, right? In fact, get that real quick. Get 2nd Ezra, 2nd Thessalonians. 2nd Thessalonians 2. Because the deceit, right now we're in the deceitful dark times. You know?
2 and 3. Let no man deceive.
Yeah. That's it.
This is 2nd Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Now that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. I'm going to it.
No.
Keep reading.
Who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Yep. Now it tells you that with all deceivingness is signs and wonders, and all them that believe not the truth, the mystery of iniquity.
For the mystery of iniquity already exists.
Even him.
Verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish.
Yeah, so the brother just brought out how deceit is in the earth, and then the Most High is gonna bring truth to destroy it.
And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish.
Yeah, like we just seen a Jake walk by. Dude was like 6'6", wearing a whole dress, and he was followed behind two older women. Probably his mom and his auntie. You know what I'm saying? Or older sister and a mom or something. And the dude was like 6'6", young, bro. Probably like in his early 20s. In a whole mini skirt, man.
Yeah.
So that's part of the deceitfulness and lying in them that perish, and them that what? Believe this man.
Yep.
That says in him. And in him, he has the power of Satan.
They didn't say in a spiritual being.
Mm-hmm.
They said in him.
Yep.
Like if you get it in the New Living. If I get it in the New Living, it says, this man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit powers and signs and miracles.
Yep.
He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction, because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them.
Wait. Say, bring the verse again. How's he going to do it? With what?
He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction.
What was that up in front? In the beginning?
This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power.
What's the count? I'm gonna give you an example of the counterfeit power. Basically, hormone therapy to turn a woman to a man and a man to a woman.
Right.
Which is counterfeit, because you can never be that.
Can't never do it.
You can never fully make yourself, if you're a man, you can never fully make yourself a woman.
Yep.
And vice versa. But he's doing a counterfeit, which is fake, by using the things that he learned through his science.
Yep.
To basically implement ways to turn someone to another gender, and then going about telling you that you got to respect that person's what do you call it? Nomer. What do they call it? Gendered identity.
And even far as like counterfeit miracles, like implanting pig hearts in humans, man.
Yeah.
That's a counterfeit miracle that he doing.
Yeah, because you really can't even do that anyway.
Nah. You know, Esau.
They'll put information out, but a human heart will never. A heart of another animal will never be able to sustain itself inside of the heart of, because one, you got to have the same blood type. You got to have all kind of stuff, which blood types in the animals is different. They have different types of blood properties than man has. So that's a counterfeit. So those are lying signs and false wonders.
Counterfeit powers and signs and miracles.
Just like they do, they have the projections, those holograms.
Yeah.
That's an example. You know? And then, you know, they basically trying to change people's reality and perception of reality. And then when you actually go up against what they say, you're actually they ostracize you, because you're not going in line with the agenda.
Yep.
So you got to accept you got to accept something a certain way, and if you don't, then something's wrong with you. And then people are going to fall in with this thing, because we see it all the time. We see it all the time. You see a couple walk down, you think it's a man and a woman. It's actually two women. You see it all the time over here, and this is in Houston. You can imagine what it's like in way more liberal cities like Austin, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, Boston, Seattle, Portland. It's even worse in those cities. And then this is the culture. So this is a man that was going to implement this. In fact, it gives you a clue. Now, in fact, it breaks down the man in one of the chapters of Revelation. That same man is broken down as a beast in Revelation 13. It's broken down because it tells you the same thing about this man. And you can probably see if you can find where it probably goes into how you got a seat. Satan gave him a seat, authority, and blasphemies. Because remember that blasphemy, the brother just read it in Thessalonians.
This is Revelation 13 and 5. Well, I'm going to start at 4.
Yeah, start at 4.
And they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
Now the dragon, it tells you that the dragon is that old serpent, which is Satan.
That's right.
So the Satan gave power unto the beast. Now we know this is a man because it's going to break it down. Now who was trying to give power to Yahawashi when he fasted 40 days and 40 nights that he was going to give him all the kingdoms of the earth?
Yep.
Satan.
Right.
So this one accepted it. And directly, his power directly from Satan, because the Most High allowed Satan to give it over to Esau.
That's right.
And Esau eventually bowed, and that was the elites. The elites of Edom are the ones that bowed, hence the reason why they're known as Luciferians. Okay? Because they got their enlightenment through Satan, who they worship directly.
Yep.
And who they deceive the rest of the world to indirectly worship him.
Yep.
Like our people do, right? Keep going.
And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
We were just talking about that earlier.
Yep.
Was it the same precept you was talking about?
No.
Or was that another precept?
I think it was another one, yeah.
Who's able to bring us down to the ground?
That was Obadiah.
Obadiah. Oh, that's in Obadiah.
That's Obadiah.
Who's able to bring us down to the ground? Thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock. So this is the same thing. And everybody else is saying the same thing. Who's able to bring him down?
Yep.
Oh, and Obadiah, Edom said the same thing. Who's able to bring us down?
I forgot what I was in, but I better go get it.
Wait, what was it?
It was in Psalms or something I had just now. It was a precept say the same thing. Let me see. The key word I had.
Oh, you got the history.
Thank you.
Was it the seat you were searching?
Yeah, that was one of the words that was in there. Yeah, it was, I think. He had said in it, okay, this is Psalms 10 and 6. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
Come on, man.
His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
Come on.
Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
That's true.
That's the same devil, man, that's in Revelation.
That's the same one, man.
Thessalonians.
Yeah.
It's the same dude, man.
Same dude.
This is the same one.
Now keep going on that beast, on that 13.
All right. Let me see where I started at.
You was at 4.
I was at 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just start from the top. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Now, peep this. He spake great things and blasphemies. Now, when you go to 2 Thessalonians, Paul told you he spake blasphemy. He spake against the Most High and his tabernacle.
Yep.
Okay? So, keep going.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
He was given a mouth unto him, a great mouth. That's your media, man.
Yep.
This guy has a massive. That's what Kanye West was telling y'all about. But y'all got to hear from an Edomite.
That's what they use
A lot of you
to
Jakes, y'all
tear
got
him
an
down.
Edomite got to tell you that.
That's what they use to spread lies about the brother Body and Man Kyrie.
Yeah, and about our people.
They use their media. Yeah.
And about our people, because if you go overseas to other countries, they view you as a violent stealer and robber, because they got to portray the earth that you're the one who's actually the stealer and the robber and the killer, not them. Meanwhile, if you go into the history of that country, they done killed millions of their people. They just stole so many of their resources.
That's right.
But when you go to those countries, they view you as the person that is the villain, because they use their media, which is their mouth, to speak great things.
Yep.
That's why you got people out here, if you ask them about human evolution, they believe that stuff.
Right.
They believe that they literally came from monkeys, yet you have not seen a monkey turn into a human yet.
That's right.
But y'all gonna believe that somehow, some way, the monkeys just came down off the tree and started walking, and then started just turning into, it went from Cro-Magnon man to Homo erectus to Homo sapien.
Yeah.
And then they say there's a missing link though, but then Esau will joke and say that the Negro is a missing link. They'll joke with you saying that you're the missing link for us filling out evolution.
Yeah.
But some of you Jakes, y'all push evolution.
Yep.
You don't push what the scriptures say, because the Most High, this is what the word of the Lord says. But again, he speaks great swelling, but that's a blasphemy.
That's it.
You couldn't even say that 4,000 years ago that man came from an ape.
This is verse 6 saying, and he opened his mouth and blasphemed against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Yep. To say that he doesn't exist, to say that how creation came was through the Big Bang. That means you took away his glory by saying that a bang just came through and created everything that we're seeing in the universe.
Right.
You don't even want to acknowledge that he was the one that did it. You wouldn't even want to acknowledge he's the one that created it with his son. all things visible and invisible.
That's right, man.
Like it tells you in Colossians.
And even changing the identity of his people.
Yep. Which is the controversy right now.
That's right. That's the controversy. Trying to say that a certain group of people is his people and not the ones that's truly his people.
Yep. Meanwhile, in their 1925 Jewish Encyclopedia, they said that the modern Jewry is Esau Edom.
Yep.
This ain't my words. This is their own words.
Yep.
I got the book. I own the book, man.
Yep. That's right.
I'll probably do a video lesson on it just to show y'all it's real deal. So Esau, that modern Jewry, meaning the people that call themselves Jews today, are Esau Edom.
They say they tongue, they shall fall upon themselves. Their own tongue shall fall upon themselves.
That's right.
This is verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Yeah, so he's to overcome the saints. Okay, the saints are the children of Israel.
And the same power that Satan promised to give to Yahawashi,
Yep.
power over all the nations,
Yep.
but now he's giving it to Esau.
Yep, he gave it to him and he took down the saints.
That's
It
right.
tells you in the book of Daniel. You know, in fact, let me get that real quick. Hold on. Let me get that real quick. It's very easy. See, that's why you got to go precept upon precept, line upon line, bro. See, this is Daniel chapter 7. This is lining up, Doc. And mind you, the beast is broken down in Daniel 7 with the 10 horns, 7 heads and 10 horns. It talks about it again in Revelation 13. Now, peep this. The brother just said that. We're going to go to Daniel chapter 7 verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. Oh my goodness.
Same thing he just read up in verse 6.
Thessalonians said the same thing. Revelation said the same thing. He shall speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints, which he just read.
Shall to make war with the saints.
Yep.
And to overcome them.
That's right. And it shall wear out the saints of the Most High and think to change times and laws, and it shall be given into his hand unto a time at times, and the dividing of times.
Right.
Right. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it unto the end. So the judgment is going to come that in the end, that this one that it was referred to in Daniel 7, 2 Thessalonians 2, and Revelation 13, that he shall be consumed and destroyed.
That's right, man. That's right. And we know that this man is here up on the earth today because he got to be.
Yep.
Because prophecy will be fulfilled, man.
That's right.
He got to be here. So anybody that say that Esau don't exist no more is a goddamn lie.
The truth is coming out about this.
That's right.
The truth is coming out, and it keeps getting revealed more and more, and they keep reacting to like our people acknowledging our heritage. That's why they jumped out the window over Kanye. Y'all thought it was because he said DEFCON 3. No, because he said we're the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's it. That's what was the problem.
That was the real problem. Because the DEFCON 3, had he not said that, they still would have canceled him.
Still would have canceled.
They still would have canceled him. Because of the other stuff you said about how they control the media, the bankings, the businesses, and then they proved them right. The next couple of days after that interview with Drink Champs, 2 days later they took everything away from him.
Just by one Edomite go make a statement on their media, which is their mouth that speaks great blasphemies and lies.
Yep.
He went on the media and said and made one statement,
right.
And the next day, the dude went from worth $7 billion to $400 million.
Yep.
In a matter of 2 days, man.
All right. Because the deceit is actually their magic, their witchcraft is not working to keep the people's minds blinded.
Right.
And the great awakening is happening, man. That's why even our people are coming up against those that were against Kyrie and Kanye. That's why that's why all them coons is bought out and paid for in media. They had to fall back and apologize and figure out a way to ease it over because Jake, they didn't realize Jake was. If this was 10 years ago, Jake would have just been asleep.
Yep.
A guy like Shannon Sharp could have said all kind of stuff. Barkley, Shaq, all of them could have just said whatever. LeBron, they could have said all that stuff 10 years ago. Now the awakening is to the point where they're getting checked by the people. And so what? For they feared the people.
Yep. That's
For they
it.
feared the people. Hey, for they feared the people.
Yep.
For all of them took Kyrie to be a prophet. You know what I'm saying?
The Pharisees, man.
They feared the
Like the
people.
Pharisees coming up against Yahawashi.
They feared the people. People made them shut down quick. LeBron had to switch up his tone.
Acting like he, man.
Nah, because Jake was in your benches
That's it.
on your noggin telling you a coon.
Jake all up in your inboxes talking about you a coon.
Yeah.
Probably sending pictures of raccoons, man, to the
Real.
boys, man. All the memes that was floating
You know,
around.
Jake is good with the memes, bro.
Yeah.
Jake, the king of memes on social media,
Jake's
bro.
sensitive about his image, man.
Yeah.
You know, Jake could get sensitive about that. That's why them boys had to go and they had to do the crawfish, man. They had to backpedal.
Made them boy backpedal fast, man. That boy Shannon had a whole different tune the next day.
Man.
With Skip.
Yeah.
Skip. I just feel Skip.
They had to went got permission to only go how far they can go though.
Yeah.
Trust me. They was told only how far they can go.
Yep.
Like we just need y'all to just go clean it up just a little bit.
Skip.
Clean it up just a little bit. You know, just make it look like you agree kind of sort of.
Yep, because they saw that Jake was.
Yeah.
See, when Jake says something ain't cool no more, it ain't cool for the rest of Babylon.
Numbers going down,
When
man.
Jake says something ain't cool, I don't give a dang. If it's a sneaker and Jake said that sneaker is not cool, it's not cool no more.
It's over
When
with.
Jake said the NMD Adidas shoes was not cool, they stopped being cool.
Yep.
As soon as Jake says this is not cool no more, it's not cool.
It's over with, man.
You know, and we were talking about the Adidas boot shoes. You know how it got cool? When Kanye got the contract with Adidas, before his shoes started coming out, he wore the Adidas Ultra boots, the white Adidas Ultra boots. He had the concert with them. When the pictures came, people saw Kanye wearing the Adidas Ultra boots running shoes. That's when they blew up.
That's right, man.
That's right when they blew up.
Yep.
Jake is the one that makes things cool. That's why they got Jake all up in media, all up in the media, because Esau knows that the vibration of the earth, particularly as far as the leadership vibration, is with Judah.
Yeah.
It just is.
Jake music in every commercial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They use
The trending.
everything.
That's why they have to use it for marketing, to market through the world, because for one, they don't got the juice like that. Two, it also absolves them from basically being the ones that were pushing anything that comes out of it that's wicked.
Yep.
That's
right.
the reason why they use corporations. They use corporation. The corporation simply means a body. That's another representative. They use the corporation to represent their agenda, and that's why when you point and say, "Hey, it's your people," like that Edomite when we was in Virginia.
Yeah.
When we said it's his people that control these things, he was like, "No, we don't." And it's like, the companies, y'all run the companies. The companies that are ran by you have push agendas.
What are you trying to say with these corporations? But your corporations just ran by your people, man.
Yeah.
What point you can't understand?
Yeah, exactly. You think the corporation itself can actually step down and sit at a desk and write a check and talk to people?
Right.
So the damn image could just come through and can come to a rapper and say, push this. No, it's your representatives of the corporation, which is your people.
That's it. That's it.
So y'all hide behind pushing wickedness among our people to try and destroy them, while doing it under the guise of it's a corporation, it's a business. Well, it's a business that you control.
Yep.
The heck?
Exactly, man.
You still got more meat on that one.
This is verse 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb.
Yep, y'all gonna choose his ways and worship him, and how y'all gonna do it? Y'all gonna the ones that are gonna do it is they're gonna submit to that new world order.
Yep.
The ones that are still alive, they're gonna submit to that new world order, which is an act of worship.
Yep, that's right. Man.
Because you're telling him that he owns you and that you are that he's your God. Meaning a God is one that punishes and rewards you.
Yep,
That's the highest form of what a God is. If you want to break it down just in layman's terms, is the being in power is the ability to punish and reward. That's the power, and the Most High is the ultimate power of that. But people are going to submit themselves to this man's system that he's going to create, and it's going to be ran by him.
Yep, that's it.
It's going to be ran by him. It ain't going to be ran by the Chinese, and we can guarantee you that. We can guarantee the Chinese ain't going to be the ones that's going to implement the mark of the beast.
Yep,
they're not going to be the main implementers of it.
That's why Paul said in 1 Thessalonians, that iniquity has already abound.
Yeah, it's already here.
It's already here.
Yeah, meaning it's just him because at that time the Edomites, the Edomite Romans were not persecuting the believers.
Yep.
It was the Jakes that was persecuting them.
Yep.
And then bringing them to Esau. But eventually it got to the point where the movement came so big that the Roman authorities were like, we got to do something about it. And that's when they started implementing like the persecutions, the Diocletian persecution, Nero, and all these different emperors started implementing persecution upon the believers. So at that point it wasn't known. That's why John the Apostle told you that there's many antichrists. The Antichrist shall come, but here we have many antichrists, the small ones, meaning the ones that are coming and opposing Yahawashi. But the one that's supposed to come is going to be revealed later. The Antichrist shall come, which is him,
son of perdition,
because he's opposing himself against the Most High and His Son.
That's right, man. That's right,
bro. It's heavy, bro. Keep going. So
this book is heavy. This is verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Now, why would he say, he that has an ear, let him hear this? It's concerning what this man did to the saints.
Yep, that's right.
He enslaved them and killed them.
Yep.
So it told you in Daniel 7, he shall wear out the saints.
That's right, man.
And it says the same thing here, that he shall have power to overcome the saints.
Yep.
When he overcame them, what did he do to them? He slaughtered them and he enslaved them.
Yep.
Come on, the brothers read it there in the verses before.
If you got an ear, you should hear it and understand it. Listen and understand, man. That's what that means. He who has an ear, let him hear.
So the saints were overcome and enslaved and killed.
Yep, that's right.
That's what the chapter is telling you.
That's what it's telling you.
Now we got to ask Vocab and his minions, who were these saints that were killed and enslaved?
And by who though? Who was killing them?
who was enslaving them? Who was killing them and enslaving them? When did that happen?
Fellow Edomite.
Because this beast got to rule all the way until he reveals the mark of the beast. So that means whoever this beast is, got to be around now.
Yep, that's right. That's right, man. That's pretty much it on that one.
Yeah, that's pretty much it on that one. In fact, let's get the definition of saints. Okay.
Yeah, they try to say just anybody can be a saint. The believers is the saints.
Yep.
But that's not true.
This is Psalms 148:13. Let them praise the name of Yahweh, for his name alone is excellent. His glory is above the earth and heaven. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh.
The same which is the children of Israel.
Yeah, even means equally. If you say the score is even, that means it's the same.
That's right.
So meaning the same people that's the saints is even equally
Israel.
The Israelites.
We ain't talking about them fake ones over there in the land, right?
And so they had to be overcome.
Yep.
And slaughtered and enslaved. Wait, get that in Peru. You know what I'm talking about.
Is it in 4?
4? Yeah. 4 and like 6 or so.
Yeah, so
Yeah, start at verse 4. 4 and 4.
This is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 4. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us.
Whoa, so the truth has been revealed unto us.
Happy are we, man.
The truth was revealed unto us. It wasn't revealed to these Edomites. Now what they did, they chronicled history. But even their end, they don't even fully understand it. Because if they understood truly their end and how it will come, they wouldn't have the stuff they wouldn't be doing. They would have spent the last 400 years trying to appease us. And try to make us intercessories to the Most High and not bring the judgment upon them. That would have been actually better. Not that it would have happened, but they would have been better off doing that. If they knew the end judgment of their faith, their end of their dominion, which we just read in in Daniel 7, if they understood that the end was going to come and that they were going to go down after they wore out and took down the saints, they would say, you know what? We need to not do this to them and not enslave them and persecute them. But their greed and their hatred blinded them from reality of what their future was going to be.
That's right.
Even though they knew their end, their hatred would not allow them to find a way to appease judgment against them, because that hate was too much.
Yep.
That's really their motivating factor, is really their hatred.
That's what it said in Zechariah, that when the captivity was almost up, you know, like they took it too far.
Yeah.
Esau
Even when their iniquity had an end.
Yeah, when the iniquity had an end.
Which means that they're going to do a great slaughter upon Israel.
Yep.
Which it tells you that in second Esdras. That says they'll be slaughtering those that fear the Lord, and then it'll be known which are my chosen.
Yep.
So they're still going to take it out, even though they know it's over. They probably going to see the chariot about to come, meaning they're going to probably see the mothership or something out in outer space with the telescope, just sitting there chilling.
Yep.
And they're like, damn, they got the angels, they got the freaking chariots. They're seeing 10,000 chariots in the sky. They're like, damn. And they like, we don't know when he's going to come, but they're just sitting there chilling, waiting. And then they go, you know, you don't know how they're going to be thinking.
This is verse 5. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies.
Come on.
For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to God. Ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. Yeah, man. We were sold into the nations, man.
Yep.
By these people. We were sold to our enemy, like the scripture just said.
Yep.
Which is the same thing quoted in Deuteronomy 28. We're going to be sold unto our enemies.
Yep. Tells you there you shall be sold unto your enemies. And it tells you it's swiftness the evil flight. You know what I'm saying? Whose tongue you shall not understand. He's saying you should be sold into your enemies. Okay? And they, you shall serve them in the one of all things.
Yep.
That's why Kanye got his stuff taken. In the one of all things, he's serving them. That's why we got fake billionaires over here, bro. We got fake billionaires.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff can be taken away in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? In 2 days, they can just drop it because they control everything. Like Dr. Neely Fuller tells you about the 9 areas of activity that the so-called white supremacist controls. And y'all don't want to believe it. Y'all want to prop up these fake billionaires. They got to freaking kowtow to these Edomites, man. They got to freaking tiptoe around them and have meetings with them. LeBron James got to hold them old, decrepit Amalekite's hand. You saw that? He went to that wedding?
Yeah.
He had to hold his hand. He walking out there
ridiculous,
like
man.
holding. And that dude had like all kind of cases on him.
Yep.
He just got out of jail. When you look up the article on that short, he got out of jail for doing something over there in the Israeli state, and he had to hold his hand. Boy over there probably sucking on circumcised baby rods. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's what they do. That's what them rabbis do when they circumcise. They put their mouth on. Man, listen, bro. And then you got some of our people saying that they're the people in the book, man. And y'all believing that they're the real Israelites. Vocab. Where's this guy? He ain't had no problem with those people saying that they're the chosen people. And then where's the video where Vocab is rebuking them people for persecuting the Ethiopian Jews, the philosopher Jews? You know, which many of them are not even the real Jews anyway. That's why they went and took them instead. They got a whole story that's actually false. Although historically we did have Israelites in Ethiopia, like the Ethiopian eunuch, who was an Israelite. He was just working for. He was a chamberlain under Candace, who was the queen of Ethiopia.
But the ones that's Israel and know the truth, they not gonna walk around with the small hats on, with the shawls around their neck, doing all these crazy things with the big thing on their forehead, looking like a headlight, and sitting here doing all this. You're not gonna be doing that.
That's what we did. We didn't do that.
But that's how they got the Ethiopian Jews doing.
Yeah, they got them doing that.
Yeah.
They got y'all reading the Talmud and the Mishnah. In the Mishnah, it says that that it tells you in there, literally in the Mishnah, which they follow, it literally says that the Ethiopian is not allowed in the temple.
Oh man.
It literally says that in the Mishnah. This is their codified law that they follow, that they're supposed to follow over there if you're a Talmudic rabbi. Bro, you boys is, come on, man. You boys is played out like game ball, man. This stuff is not working. The truth is here, man. The truth is here. In fact, I got what I was going to bring out. I just thought about it.
Like a Hawaiian pizza, but with chicken.
This is the brother who just read in the root.
We added the chicken.
Happy art thou Israel. Now I'm going to read this. This is Deuteronomy 33 and 29. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency. Thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. So they've been found liars unto us because we found out the truth. And that's why they're mad about what's going on with Kyrie and Kanye. Two of some of the biggest prominent figures among our people on this over here in Babylon. Kanye is the most influential hip-hopper of all time. And I've said that if you break it down, the most influential hip-hop artist of all time is Kanye. I didn't say best rapper.
Yep.
Because the thing about it is when you look at hip-hop culture and how it's created, Kanye actually is the only one who exhibited all areas of activity of what the elements of hip-hop is. You know? He's a DJ, that's one of the elements of hip-hop. An MC, he rapped. So he was a DJ and also produced songs. Meaning he made his own beats. Then he's also the dancing element. He has his own dance. Kanye has his own dance that he just, you know, Kanye got his own dance that had his own little like Kanye dance. I forgot what they call it.
Yeah.
But he has his own dance. That's an element, dancing, and then art. He's also he also draws. Like that's his own cartoon that he drew on his album covers. You know, he also made clothes. Clothing is a big aspect of hip hop.
Yep.
He's a clothing designer, sneaker designer.
Yeah, that's an artist in itself.
Yeah. So he hit all the areas of hip hop. And it makes sense why he's the richest hip hop artist of all time. Because he hit on all the key elements. So a lot of people don't understand like how, you know, we're not bigging him up for that though. We're just saying this is our brother.
That's it.
According to the flesh. We're not saying
right.
that he's a prophet or he's a guy that you got to follow all things. But we're just telling you his impact in this society and among our people, that when you really look at it, that's why. But at the end of the day, his heart is designed to be accepted by our enemies. Mm-hmm. And the day he wakes up to realize that he needs to get away from them people, man.
They destroy it.
Change your whole circle up, man. Do like Michael Jackson did.
Yep.
Michael Jackson had his people in a circle so called black. The dad to get at a freaking coon doctor.
Yep.
To give him them drugs. Because he didn't want to really have no Edomite doctor dealing with him.
That's it.
Definitely not no Amalekite doctor. You better believe that. Because he was talking down on him at James Brown funeral. He was giving them people the business. He was talking about down on all the Edomite record execs and how they all devilish.
2 weeks before he passed.
Yep. Going in on him. Then he went and got Little Richard his money back. He gave him his royalties because he owned Sony, which Sony had a lot of record labels that they bought out. So he had the royalties access, and he just gave back royalties to some of the Jake artists.
Ain't that something, man?
That's why they, you know. So these people, man, they know, man. That's why they keep on. That's why what's his name, the Edomite, back during the time he was the head of the CIA. Hoover. Yeah. J. Edgar Hoover said that they had to stop the rise of the Black Messiah. Yep. Because in the CIA, they got to understand higher levels of what's going on. They deal with witchcraft and sorcery. And so for them,
that program is still alive today.
Yep.
It's still alive.
That's right.
You can look it up. It's still on the books today.
Yep.
I want to say they say he started the program like and put in like it was 500,000 or something like that in that program, and they was like today how much that program will be costing is ridiculous.
Yep.
So you can imagine how much Esau is spending to try to smother this truth, man.
They are. That's why they paying that boy Vocab Malone handsomely.
Oh yeah.
This dude has spent the last like 8 years or so freaking trying to debunk the Israelite community. Yeah. I'm like, dude, ain't no freaking Edomite that zealous to spend every day of his waking life trying to figure out what we got going on unless you pay him.
And now he done jumped on the bandwagon with his fellow brothers
Yeah.
his fellow Edomite brothers
Yeah.
to try to bring more scrutiny against the children of Israel, man. With his new doctrines he got. His two new doctrines.
Man, the dude got 2 doctrines, bro, that's so bugged out that he's trying to disprove Jacob. I'm like, bro, like,
God, that's far reaching, man.
they ain't came to talk to us yet, he know.
That's far fetched though, vocab, man. That's far fetched though.
Get into that,
man.
We can get into that. We go and Lord willing, we gonna get into Revelation. We will break down. Lord, there is a couple of chapters that we're actually gonna outright break down separately. That we'll hopefully have for y'all brothers, Lord willing, in the next few coming months. We're gonna work on it actually probably the next few weeks. We're gonna have a couple of chapters that we're gonna break down all the way, and then we'll post those as we work on other stuff. But yeah, the brother he's gonna bring out one of the doctrines.
33 and what?
33 and 11. Now vocab alone, what he brought out, he went into some doctrine trying to disprove the whole racial, quote unquote, racial classifications of Jacob and Esau. As we know, Jacob would have been what would be considered the so-called black man or Negro today.
33.
Okay?
Yeah.
He would have been a so-called black man or Negro. And
Right.
Esau would have been a so-called white man. Now we know phenotypically how you look doesn't mean your nationality. Even back in the ancient world, and even up until really probably you could say 1,000 years ago or 1,500 years, about 500 years ago, back then they didn't have racial classifications. Your lineage is based off of your paternal line and culture that you follow. Meaning, you're an Israelite, your house and your father. That's why back then you had family crest.
Right.
Your family crest represented your paternal lineage, and your family, you had a family surname. So anyone that fell under that banner, no matter how they looked like, if they came from that lineage, they were of that particular family.
That's right.
So Esau switched it up to make it a phenotype-based thing, and basically caused a lot more confusion with what is known as race today. So
That's right, man.
we're just prefacing that for the sake of just y'all knowing about what we're talking about, so that someone can look a certain way but be of another race, biblical nation,
Right.
or biblical race. We'll say biblical race.
Right.
So y'all to understand, because nation unfortunately has been misused and abused to make people think that nation means like country, and country and nation is not the same thing. So go ahead and go into what he brought out and we'll break it down. So this is one of the things he brought out.
This is Genesis chapter 33 and verse 10. And Jacob said, Nay, I pray thee, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then receive my present as at my hand, for therefore I have seen thy face, as though I had seen the face of God, and thou wast pleased with me.
Yeah, so Jacob said that when he saw Jacob and Jacob was dealing with him well, that it was as he seen the face of God. Now what vocab is saying is that based on that would mean that Esau looks like the Most High, and therefore if you're saying that Esau's white, that means God is white. So he's trying to use this to try and use it as a stumbling block, and a lot of coons in the comments was agreeing with him, and a lot of the Edomites, of course, they're going to agree with him and try and say ha ha like they got us. Now here's the problem. When you go into that, the word as though means as like. It doesn't mean this, it means as though doesn't mean the same. Okay, it doesn't mean exactly like. As though meaning the actions and behavior and the way you treated me and me seeing you this way was as though I'd seen God, as though I'd seen the face of God, meaning how you're treating me.
Right.
Because it tells you what, if a man's ways please the Lord, he shall cause his enemies to be at peace with him.
Be at peace with him.
Okay, so the Most High is making Esau act rightly towards him, even though the last time they saw each other, he was trying to kill him, which is the reason why he ran away to Syria to be with his uncle Laban. So now, let's deal with this too. Now let's see how the Most High looks. There's a little bit of a description. Okay?
Let me read this right quick before you get that.
Come.
This is Psalm 41 and 10.
Come.
But thou, O Lord, be merciful unto me, and raise me up, that I may requisite them. By this I know that thou favorest me, because mine enemy does not triumph over me, man.
Come on.
this is what Jacob meant when he said that to Esau, man.
Yep.
He was just showing because he seen that Esau was showing favor to him.
Correct.
And that's why he said that.
It was as though the Most High was
As if the Most High was showing him favor.
Correct.
And the Most High used Esau to do that.
Yeah, and he made Esau to not be angry. He probably had Esau forget about the fact that he done sold his birthright to his brother.
Made him feel sorry inside, like how he been treating his brother, which was truly his brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Back then, you know, that was his blood.
Yeah, yeah. Just like Saul. Saul would feel sorry every once in a while. When he thought about killing David, then he gets sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, my son.
Yeah.
You know, then Saul get off.
Yep.
Then he get back to being nice to him again.
That's it.
Then you know, that's
and
how
like
it was.
and Pharaoh was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Pharaoh was doing the same thing to Moses. Yep.
So now let's get into how the Most High looks. Let's get into one of his physical descriptions. Now this is Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld to the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. Now it's not as though. Like means similar.
Yep.
Like means similar.
Similar.
Likeness.
That's right.
You know? Like means similar, man.
Boy, must got a pound of cologne on.
And that's not saying it as a figure of speech either. Like the pure wool, meaning as the pure wool.
That's right.
He's describing his hair. The pure woolly hair is so-called black people's hair.
Yep.
If you look up the, there's a dictionary that I used to own. I forgot what it was called. I still have it. But it's an old dictionary from like the 1930s or so. When you look up the word wool, it says that's the hair of the Negro. When you look up the dictionary of the word wool, it says that's the hair of the Negro. So
is it in the? Oh, it might be. Is it in? It ain't in.
It ain't the newer ones. It might be in the 1828.
Oh.
1828 Webster's dictionary. But there's an old dictionary that I bought. It's from the 1930s. I still own it too. And when you go into the Bible, it's not a Bible dictionary. It's just a regular dictionary. When you go into the word there for wool, it says the wool, woolly. When you look at the word woolly, it says that's the hair of the Negro. Because the Negro has woolly hair. So the Most High is a so-called black man. And you actually can see coins, ancient Israelite coins, where had a depiction of the Most High with an afro and a beard.
Come on.
And he's on like a chariot. He's like sitting on a chariot, like how they would depict what a chariot would look like. And it got like wings on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting on it, and it's like, and it has like the name. And I don't know. I think it has his name on the coin, or it has like Israel in the Paleo Hebrew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see like a big old beard, and you see a fro. So Esau did not look like that.
Well, that's a doctrine, man. That's far reaching, man. That's reaching to even say that the Most High must be a so-called white man. That's far reaching, man.
Yep. In fact, I got something else.
That's far reaching. But everybody else in the beginning was dark-skinned, melanated people. And why did they give a full description of Esau when he was born, though? Because he didn't look like the rest of the people. But does that make Esau special, though, because he didn't look like the rest of the people? Hell no. That's just showing you that that was a mark put up on that man so he can be identified in the earth. Whenever that time when that day of perdition, that man of perdition is revealed. That's that mark so he can be revealed. That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, anybody who's on the line of Edom, globally, is done.
Gone.
It's done for, whether they be, because you got even, I seen a documentary of what this guy did. What's this guy? He's a Harvard professor. Damn, I forgot his name.
We ain't even got to say that Esau is the so-called white man. Just ultimately, whoever is in the line of Edom or is an Edomite, they done in the end days.
And they look like the thing about it, if you want to know how they stereotypically look like, look at the people that rule the earth.
That's it. And
that's the stereotypical look.
And that's the look. If you got that look, most likely you're going to be destroyed in the end days. It's period.
Most likely.
Whether you can say what they look like or what. They can look like these bricks on the ground. But if they from the lineage of Esau,
they done.
They done.
They done for.
So vocab, all that you talking about, it still ain't gonna stop the destruction of the Edomites, man.
Yeah, because the thing about it, if he's truly waiting for the Messiah to return, the Messiah got to take down the kingdom.
That's it.
Because it tells you when he comes back, he's going to subdue the kingdoms under him. That's what it tells you. It literally tells you he's going to subdue the kingdom. And then it specifically tells you that Edom is the kingdom that he's going to subdue.
Yep.
The main one.
That's right, man.
It literally says it in there.
Right.
So like,
You know.
Like if you're saying that the Arabs are this kingdom he's got to subdue, that means the Arabs got to rise up to power. And you know that the Ishmaelites are over there in the Middle East and their descendants.
Uh-huh.
So which group of the Middle Easterners are the Edomites? Which ones aren't? Because you're going to say it's Jordanians, because the Jordanians live in modern-day Edom.
Yeah.
They actually occupy the territory that's in modern-day Edom. If you're saying the Jordanians are Edomites, that means the Jordanians would have to rise up to be a superpower for the Messiah to have to take down anyway. And they're like the weakest nation in the Middle East.
And they got a long way to go to build up.
They're the weakest nation in the Middle East. They're weaker than the Israeli state. They're weaker than Qatar. They're weaker than Abu Dhabi, Dubai, the Arab Emirates.
Uh-huh.
They're weaker than Iran. They're weaker than Iraq. They're the weakest nation in the Middle East. Like even the Yemenis is probably stronger than the Jordanians, because the Yemenis are actually able to wage war against they're able to wage war at a certain level, and the Yemenis are more Ethiopian than anything.
Right.
Because that's actually one of the areas where the ancient sons of Cush settled. And if you look at Yemenis, they look more Ethiopian than they do Middle Eastern. And I know, so I work with a couple of Yemenis people. So what y'all talking about, man? Like,
This is a nice try.
so we're gonna go into how the Father. We just went into how the Father looked like. Now let's see what Yahawashi says. This is John chapter 14 and verse 6. Yahawashi said unto him, I am the way and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. If ye have known me, ye have known my Father also. And from henceforth ye know him and have seen him.
Uh-huh.
Philip said unto him, Lord, show us the Father, and sufficeth us. It sufficeth us. Yahawashi said unto him, How have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known of me, Philip? He that hath seen me hath seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, show us the Father? Come on, man. If you seen Yahawashi back then, you saw the Father too.
That's right.
Because like it tells you, like Paul wrote, he is the expressible image of the Father.
That's right, man.
Meaning he looked exactly like him.
That's right.
Meaning his image is the same as the Father.
And then that would take you on to Revelations.
Yep.
Revelations 1 and 14, vocab.
Come on, bro. You can go ahead and get that right quick. All right?
That's where it's gonna lead you right into.
Why would Jacob look like something else other than how the Father looked like? When he's from that same godly lineage.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Now, mind you, we got a diversity of looks among our people, but the Most High had an actual prototype man that he looked like, that he created from Adam.
That's right.
That's just what it is. Even the Edomites, we got a video.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, look it up. Adam, the son of Yahweh.
Yep. Your own people.
Which was the son of Yahweh. Your own people did the National Geographic.
Your own people reconstructed that.
Yep. It had to do with looking like a straight West African, Caribbean, North American Negro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? To the T.
Yep.
The dude looking like Idris Elba.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, Hawk.
Revelations 1 and 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Same thing you just read in Daniel about the Most High.
White and woolly.
And his feet like unto fine brass,
Right.
as if they burnt in the furnace. Anybody know what color brass is?
Right. And if you burn it, it's going to get dark.
Get darker. And his voice as the sound of many waters, man.
I want to see what the old Bible commentaries say about his feet was like unto brass burned in the furnace.
Oh, that's when he was in his spiritual being.
Yeah, they're going to try and replicate, say it's some kind of like
Just
metaphor.
glowing like gold, like a metallic.
Yeah.
Man, whatever, man.
Listen, man, these people went and did the whole iconoclasm, man. I got you just made me remember. I got the foremost quote Jewish historian on the planet. And he did an interview with a group of other Edomites that are also scholars. And he told them in the interview that when he did his research on the history of the Jews, that up until the Middle Ages they were black.
Right.
He says all his accounts in the Middle Ages in Europe, the accounts were saying that the Jews were black
They know.
in all their writings and in all the old statues and art. And this is a guy that's a foremost, and he actually deals with them people in the Israeli government. He's one of their ambassadors, like as part of the, not ADL, but there's another group that he's like a part of. And he actually, because of his deep study of decades, and he's out there in Florida. He's actually a professor. Try to meet him, bro. He's a professor out there in Florida.
Oh yeah.
And he's like the foremost scholar on Jewish history.
Wow.
And he even said that he actually told the Israeli government that it's important for them to try and find the lost tribes. After doing his studying on it.
That's right, man.
He done told them, and they ain't trying to do it because they don't give a damn. Because they ain't the people.
They know.
Because you better believe if the Southern Kingdom was in there, we're going to be talking about we need to go get our brethren. If we had the freaking land,
that's right.
The first thing we're going to try and do is get our brethren and find out who they are.
That's it, man.
Even if we didn't even have the damn, what do you call it? Even if we didn't have, what do you call it, the end time, we would have been like, yo, we need to find our brethren.
Something missing.
Yeah, we got to get the rest of them and soup them up in the land. We got to go get them.
You never hear them speak about that.
We're going to get books, even if we couldn't talk to the Most High. We're going to go through books
You
and find out.
never hear them talk about trying to find their other brethren,
They're
man.
not. Yep.
They just keep it at like they just lost.
Yep. And ask vocab why they don't care. He don't give a damn about them. Most of them people is freaking. Most of them people that's over there, they're secular as hell. They're freaking atheists. He had a dude
vocab keep trying to disprove who are the Jews, but he need to be trying to disprove who claiming to be the Jews, man.
Yeah. And you need to ask yourself why they don't believe in the. Oh, remember when we was over there in Virginia? The dude said that the Jews didn't even have to believe in the Messiah.
He even knew that.
And then he got cut when we brought it out to him. When he said it, he slipped on his tongue, and I called him out on it. And then he realized he messed up.
Yep.
Because here it is, you just said that you need faith to basically get into the kingdom of heaven, which we agreed to.
Yeah.
But then you just said that they get into him because they're the Jews. So that means they don't have that faith.
Yep.
You're contradicting yourself.
All they gotta do, they don't even have to believe. They gonna just get in just because of their nationality.
Yep, and that's what John Hagee teaches.
Yep.
That's the Christian doctrine. Them people can do whatever they want.
Hey.
Didn't even know.
Good tell.
You know, so this is exactly what's going on, man. Like, the truth is coming out, man, and it's not gonna stop. It's only gonna get worse because more Jakes is gonna keep waking up, and you're gonna have to keep putting out these fires. After a while, you can't do nothing. That's when they're gonna have to start implementing like social media controls. Yeah. They're gonna start banning people. They're gonna have to start basically really tighten it up to where people can't even say it, and you can see it already because right now they want to remove the documentary off of Amazon. They're actually, a bunch of Hollywood people are sending out a petition to Amazon to remove the documentary.
They're working on that. And most of the people ain't even watched the documentary, man.
They ain't even watch it, man. I heard it didn't even say anything anti-Semitic. Because really, if you have a documentary like that, if you're really smart and you're going to be selling that on a platform like Amazon, and you're going to create a thing like that, what you want to do is just not talk about that topic on that documentary.
If you go on to that,
you don't talk about Holocaust and things like that.
If you go and find that documentary on Amazon, it's a bunch most movies around that movie made by other people that probably go into worse stuff than what he's saying.
They go harder,
man.
They go harder. Y'all got Mein Kampf.
It's a bunch of documentaries on there.
of Adolf Hitler.
I can't even think of none of them off the top of my head that's on there, but it's a bunch. But from when I looked and I seen, there's other documentaries talking about who is the chosen, and they got us on there. You know what I'm saying? One of them is called, I come to think of it, it's called Who is the Chosen?
Yeah.
And it got us on there.
Yeah.
It's like it's just a bunch of I guess
Amazon
Edomite probably made it.
Yeah.
That's why they don't even say nothing about that one.
Amazon just trying to make money, man. At the end of the day,
that's it. They trying to make money. If there's a product that people are willing to buy, they'll sell it. They trying to make money, and they want to keep that. They want to keep that $1 billion deal going on with the NBA.
They need the money, as much money they need, because they lost $1 trillion in value.
Yeah.
They lost $1 trillion in value, so anything that they can get, they want to get.
They want to get.
They want to keep. They want to hold on to it, man. Jobs are at stake.
Right.
The stock is at stake. People's retirement is at stake. If y'all didn't try to take it down, y'all actually just made it more popular. Y'all made more Jakes know about it. Y'all would have been better off just not reacting to Kyrie and just because we didn't even know. I don't follow Kyrie's social media.
Me neither.
I didn't even know, y'all. And so if I was somebody that just didn't even know, and I was a Jake that didn't know I was a Jake, that I was an Israelite, if I didn't even know I was an Israelite, now I'm gonna know because y'all done told me Kyrie done put this documentary out. Now I'm gonna go watch it.
And how they did it with their media, just like Revelations. They
what their media's tongue fell
They tongue
upon
fell,
itself.
yep.
Their own great media that they used for
Uh-huh.
the deception fell upon itself and caused it to. What did it say in the scriptures? You can't do nothing against the truth before
But
man.
for the truth.
Can't do
And
nothing
that's what
against
your
it.
media did. Your media that's used to blaspheme lies against
It
the
was
Most
used
High.
and it was used to slander
It was-
as well, to slander Kyrie and Kanye.
Yep. Uh-huh.
And what did it do?
It also brought the truth out.
Come on, bro.
Your tongue fell upon itself, man. The Most High flipped it on you and used your media to bring that truth out.
That's why they're trying to clean it up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing about it is now you got all these jakes on board. The ones that wouldn't listen to us, because Kanye and Kyrie said it, and they saw how they're getting treated now, the same people the same jakes that was persecuting us for telling they were Israel and all that stuff and telling them to get on this, y'all didn't listen to Kyrie, and Kyrie didn't even say nothing. He just put a link.
Yeah.
And y'all now in the comments saying, we the people, all up on Instagram.
Man, be quiet.
Man, that just shows you that's why I always said it, man. If we could just get a Justin Timberlake looking guy to bring out this gospel, man, this thing would probably be over in a freaking year. We just need need a Jake that look like Justin Timberlake, bro.
It'd be a wrap.
And we would just think like accelerate.
It would be a wrap.
Because if a face like that says that you're the people of the Most High and you need to believe in Yahawashi and get baptized, we probably have all kind of, we'd be freaking pandemonium.
They need that white Jesus look
They need it, bro. I'm telling you.
in order for them to hear.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. But shoot, close it up. I'll go ahead and get it. Just close it. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 6. Now when Yahawashi was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Yahawashi understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she had poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman shall done be told for a memorial of her.
That's right, man. Why brothers got to keep pushing this truth, man. Get it out there and spread it to the whole world, so they can know, about our God and who His people are.
That's right.
In this earth, man. We gotta let that ring out loud and clear everywhere we go. So we want to give that all praises and all the glory goes to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His begotten Son, Yahawashi. Peace unto the brothers that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.